Nina came from a place where dreams were often bigger than the means to achieve them. Her family had always struggled to make ends meet, and thrift stores were her runway. But when she received an acceptance letter from Cressmore University, a school known for enrolling the children of CEOs, celebrities, and political elites, it felt like her life was about to change forever. Arriving on campus with a suitcase full of second-hand clothes and hopes, stitched together with quiet determination, Nina immediately realized she didn't belong. The girls in her dorm drove luxury cars, wore designer heels to class, and talked casually about European vacations. The pressure was instant and suffocating. So, Nina made a choice, a small lie at first, just to blend in. She told her new roommates that her parents were business owners and that she had forgotten her designer luggage at the airport. The lie snowballed. Soon she was crafting a completely false life. She photoshopped herself into luxury settings and posted on social media. She borrowed clothes from the drama department and staged candid shots in front of borrowed sports cars. Nina knew it was wrong, but the instant acceptance she received was intoxicating. She was invited to exclusive parties, private weekend getaways, and group photos with golden lighting and even shinier smiles. But the illusion came at a price. To keep up appearances, she maxed out 3 credit cards and applied for student loans under the guise of academic necessity. She skipped meals to afford fake jewelry and learned how to walk past campus security to sneak into luxury events. It was a high-stakes game, and every day she played it with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. In the midst of the chaos, she met Ethan. Ethan was different from the rest. Kind, curious, and grounded despite his privileged upbringing, he seemed to genuinely care about her. Nina didn't want to lie to him, but by then, she didn't know how to tell the truth. Every compliment he gave her felt like a dagger. Every "you're incredible" twisted tighter around her growing guilt. But not everyone was fooled. Maya, a fellow student from the journalism department, noticed the cracks. While others fawned over Nina's curated online life, Maya saw through the filters. She never confronted Nina outright, but she did offer quiet friendship, honest, unpolished, and free of judgment. Nina appreciated it, but she wasn't ready to admit the truth. Then the inevitable happened. One morning, a screenshot circulated in a student group chat. It exposed Nina's real background, her hometown, her family's income bracket, and even a photo of her working part-time in a diner during high school. The shame was swift and brutal. Her followers unfollowed. Her elite circle ghosted her. Whispers followed her down every hallway. Nina's perfect image shattered overnight. She had never felt more alone. The weight of her lie crushed her spirit. She packed her things and left her dorm quietly, her head down, trying to avoid the judgmental stares. Everything she had built, based on lies and longing, had come crashing down. In her darkest moment, she realized something profound. She had been chasing acceptance in a world that never truly saw her. She had traded authenticity for attention, and it had nearly destroyed her. But the story didn't end there. Nina withdrew from the spotlight and focused on rebuilding, not her image, but herself. She got a job at the campus library, worked late nights on her coursework, and started volunteering at the Student Wellness Center. Maya, ever patient, stuck by her. They began working on a documentary project about the pressures of identity and status in the digital age. Over time, Nina's real story, the honest, unfiltered one, started to resonate. She was invited to speak at student panels. Her experience became a cautionary tale, not of failure, but of resilience. Students who had once judged her now listened closely when she spoke, and Ethan, though hurt, eventually reached out, not to rekindle what had been lost, but to applaud the strength it took to come clean. 1 year later, Nina stood on a stage at the Student Film Festival. The documentary she co-created with Maya won Best Storytelling. The applause she received was not for who she pretended to be, but for who she had become. She was no longer the girl pretending to be rich. She was the girl who found herself. Moral of the story: in a world obsessed with status and image, the pressure to appear perfect can be overwhelming. But the truth, no matter how messy or modest, is always more powerful than the most convincing lie. Your worth is not defined by what you have, but by who you are. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What did you learn from this story? Which part touched you the most? Share your reflections in the comments below. I'll be reading every single one. There's another powerful story coming your way in just a few days, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you're the first to know when it drops. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.